Welcome back, this is Goku Sun DBZ, and this is part one of a two-part special Top 50 Favorite Disney Films of All Time. And there will be no honorable mentions of any kind for this list. So with that said, and by the way, these are strictly Disney-only films. I am excluding MCU movies, and I am also excluding Star Wars. This is strictly actual Disney, so Pixar and stuff will be included. So, with that said, coming in at number 50, and by the way, I am including Disney Channel original films with this list. Coming at number 50 is Halloween Town, which is definitely a all-time classic and one of the only Disney original series to actually get multiple movies. But yeah, coming in number 50, a favorite Disney film's Halloween Town holds a special place for me. I always thought the film was interesting. Coming at number 49 is Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean. Whatever. Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. I'm not the biggest fan of course, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, but Dead Man Tell No Tales I actually enjoyed. Specifically, the villain is one of my favorite parts of the film. Number 48 is a film that definitely became a cult classic, which came from the 80s. Coming at 48 is the original Tron. Next, coming in at 47 from Pixar with Disney. Definitely a film that has a lot of fans, and that is Finding Nemo. Comes in at 47. Coming at 46 is a classic film that I remember watching many times when I was a kid. I still have a soft spot for the film to this day. And at 46 is The Love Bug, the original. It's still a very enjoyable film to this day. Coming in at number 45 is The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride, which of course was a direct-to VOD film. Because that was a big thing back in the 90s during the reign of Chairman and CEO of Walt Disney Company, Michael Eisner. But still, I liked it. And it was interesting that it was based on the Shakespeare play, more or less, story-wise, off of Romeo and Juliet, which makes sense because the original Lion King was based off of Hamlet. Coming at number 44 is, in my opinion, a criminally underrated film. At 44 is John Carter. Seriously, if you've never seen, you have Disney Plus or anything, I highly recommend checking out John Carter. It is a really good film. Coming in at number 43, from the mind of Sam Raimi, and a film I actually very much enjoyed at 43 is Oz the Great and Powerful. Next, coming at number 42, is a film I'm sure most people would have a lot higher up on their list, but for me, it makes it to 42. And at 42 is Toy Story 2, from, of course, Pixar. Next, coming in at number 41, also from Pixar Disney, a great film that I highly recommend. In my opinion, it was easily one of the best animated films of the 2010s, and that is Inside Out. Next, coming in at 40, a great film a lot of people probably and kids today aren't going to know about, that I personally really enjoyed from the 90s, is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which is a great film. If you've never seen it, check it out. I believe it's on Disney Plus. Next, coming in at 39, is probably the most recent addition to this list for me. Frozen 2 comes in at 39. It's a film I enjoyed quite a bit. I enjoyed it more than maybe some people, and maybe less than some others. The Frozen films are very divisive. They're basically films either you love them or hate them. There really isn't much middle ground on the Frozen movies. I just happen to be one of the people who actually enjoys it, especially for the music. Coming in at 38 is the film Halloween Town 2 Calabar's Revenge, which, in my opinion, is easily the best of the Halloween Town films. I like that it had a much more serious, much more darker tone. And I like the overall artistic style better in ha- Halloween Town 2 over the original Halloween Town. But that's just me. Next, coming in at 37 is, in my opinion, one of the most criminally underrated Disney films of all time. And I am glad at least it was put on Disney Plus. You get a chance, check it out. It is called Tall Tale. It's about characters like John Henry, uh, Paul Bunyan, and Pegasusville, which of course was known as a cowboy which rode tornadoes like a horse. It's actually a really cool, it's a very somewhat cheesy movie, but I love it. It was a film I saw when I was a kid. I actually saw the film in a drive-in theater, so Tall Tale definitely holds a special place for me, personally. It's a film that I have very nostalgic, very good thoughts and memories about. So, which is why it comes at 37. And I wish more people would give this film a chance. Coming at 36 is a incredible film called The Princess and the Frog, the last 2D animated film done by Disney, musical. And I wish they would get back and do more 2D animated musicals again. Please, Disney, do it again. The Princess and the Frog was such a good film, great music. I love the whole like jazz blues music style, which made sense since it takes place in New Orleans, and that's the flavor of the culture there. And I very much appreciate it. I love the villain, given he was supposed to specialize magical powers and stuff through voodoo, which makes sense because that's part of the culture in New Orleans. Coming in at number 35 from Disney, a great film. Technically, it's a Marvel property, but it's not an MCU, so it actually qualifies. Plus, it was done under the Disney name. At 35 is Big Hero 6, which is a film I highly recommend. Coming in at number 34, released in 2010, I just want to point out, it's 2010 version. I really like this film a lot more than many people. Alice in Wonderland. I will admit a bias because I love Johnny Depp and I enjoyed him as the Mad Hatter, and the fact it's directed by my number 2 favorite director of all time, Tim Burton. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of bias from me on that. And I actually really liked it. I thought it was quite enjoyable, though it wasn't actually a complete remake. It was more of a type of sequel, I guess you could say, over actual remake. Coming in at 33, another incredible film, and I'm glad they made a world of it, Entangled. Coming in at number 33, well, yeah, Tangled. It's a great film, and I liked Disney's take on the Rapunzel classic fairy tale. I very much enjoyed it, and it had some really great music too. Coming in at 32, a great film, the second ever Pixar film with Disney, and in my opinion, maybe the most underrated Pixar film of all time, in my opinion. 32 is A Bug's Life. This is a film I love. I thought Kevin Spacey was the perfect voice actor to play Hopper, the main villain of the story. I thought he was a perfect choice for it. I know, given the whole stuff today with Kevin Spacey and stuff, most people don't want to mention him, but I still appreciate the work he did do in the past. Coming in at number 31 is a film I admit I've actually very much guilty pleasure for this film. At number 31 is the original Maleficent. I love it, and that has to do with the fact I'm a big fan of Angelina Jolie. The film that made me first a big fan of her was the live-action Tomb Raider films. Those were great. The first Tomb Raider film, superb. Love it. In my opinion, easily probably maybe the top three best live action video game adaptations, in my opinion. But yeah, Maleficent I actually enjoyed quite a bit. Number 30 is the 2016 Jon Favreau remake of The Jungle Book. Comes at 30. Yeah, I love the live action Jungle Book. I'm not the biggest fan with a lot of the live action adaptations, but I will say The Jungle Book is one I really enjoyed a lot more than I ever expected to enjoy it. But I actually dare say I like the live action version more than the animated. But I was never the biggest super fan of the animated films, so. At 29, it's a film I really have enjoyed, and I'll admit, one of the top reasons I love this film so much has to be who does the music for the film. At 29 is the animated Tarzan film. And the main reason it is high, though I enjoy the action and stuff, and I think Clayton is actually a good villain, um, has to do with the music. The entire soundtrack was done more or less by uh, Phil Collins. And I love Phil Collins' work, especially the work he did with, who was it? Darn it, with Genesis. But the fact of the matter is, Phil Collins is a great singer. Love his voice. So I really enjoy getting to hear so much music from him on the soundtrack. But seriously, Tarzan's actually a lot of fun. Coming at 28 is a film that has slowly kept going up in rank for me. As of right now, it's 28. The Pixar Disney film Coco. I love Coco quite a bit. And it's one of the only films in the past quite a few years that actually made me genuinely actually tear up a little at the ending. That ending will hit you. If you appreciate good art, I mean, I love the film. The art style is just gorgeous. The whole afterworld thing, I just love the colors. They're very vibrant. I just love the whole art style of the film. It's just gorgeous looking. The music, the respect to the detail of culture, of like Day of the Dead and everything, to Mexican culture. I actually appreciate that Disney put a lot of time and effort into that. Coming in at 27 is the animated film from the 90s, Hercules, which I always have enjoyed. The musical soundtrack, even if it is nothing like the actual Greek mythology. As somebody who has studied from mythology for like 20 plus years, I love Greek mythology as well as Egyptian mythology. But yeah, it is kind of weird though in the film, the fact of the matter that Hades is the main villain. Though I gotta admit, I love the whole Hades thing. He's actually really fun and enjoyable to listen to and watch, and it has more to do with who voices Hades. Thank you, Woods, for doing the voice of Hades. It's basically, he sounds like a used car salesman, more or less. Coming at 26, and the last for part 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Yes, I actually like a couple Pirates films more than Curse of the Black Pearl, but as I've said, opinion is subjective, and this is just my opinion. Curse of the Black Pearl is a superb film, and it was a great way to start off the franchise as a whole. And I am depressed that we'll never see another film with Captain Jack Sparrow, because I love freaking Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. It just depresses me. But that is it for part 1 of Top 50 Favorite Disney Films of All Time. And I'll see you all next time for part 2, 25 to number 1. And you may be surprised by some of them, maybe not. We'll see. But I'll see you all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel, and everyone stay safe out there in YouTube land. See you next time. And just remember to also leave a comment below and tell me what your personal favorite Disney films of all time are. I'll see you all next time.